our sponsor. Hi, hello, and what's up? Welcome back to the No Particular Order podcast. We are done from our hiatus, and it's Shannon, me, and Ralphie. But Ralphie is causing us to have technical difficulties, so he's coming in and out of the program. He will be in and out, and then if he's like continues to have technical difficulties, we'll just like I don't know, talk by phone or something. But this iteration. This iteration of the No Particular Order podcast, before we used to do mock drafts, and it's kind of like a mock, but the whole thing is like, do you believe that shit? And it can be either good or bad, but it's things that have happened. We're going to talk about whatever we want. Hello, Jesse Patterson. I have missed you so much. We're going to talk about whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. And then for the last maybe 5 or 10 minutes, we'll like mention the game that's in hiatus. But Taylor Swift was there. Did you see the boots she was wearing? They were magnificent. Like, I'm a boot person. I have like a boot fetish. Yeah, they are stunningly beautiful. I love them. Anyway, before I love boots. Jesus, I have so many boots that I haven't even worn. But that's another story. So we're gonna try to bring Ralph in real quick and see what happens. Are you ready, Shannon?
I'm good now.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, Ramon.
Are you good? It looks like you're on an Android. Oh, there, it's better. It's better now.
Does it really? Oh, hold on.
No.
Ralphie's filming with a potato.
Hi, Ramon. Ramon is I think in Colorado still, but he's like making trips in and out to Georgia, and kind of like Ralphie's doing, but like in a further
There we
place.
go.
Look how clear you are too.
Yeah,
you're so clear right now. Like I said,
I had to do a couple shows for my car, so I understand.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought my phone was just really fucked up. I guess my Wi-Fi, my router's messed up. Whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna talk about whatever we want to talk about. Like we said, we will talk about the game probably in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Derrick Henry scored a touchdown, which is good for Ralph's parlay.
And Worthy too, the other dude.
Worthy scored a touchdown?
Rushing touchdown, yeah.
Fuck! I told some guy not to play him today.
Here's the thing. I'm not too sure about like the Chiefs receiver situation, at least for the first couple of weeks, because Rashee Rice is number 1, but he wasn't that good.
All right, now I'm depressed. Not really, but sad. I'm saddened. I'm saddened by my very poor information giving that I gave earlier. I was like, I like Worthy, but I don't think I like him for today.
True. Still, I don't know, man. They were really hyping that dude. What do you have? The fastest 40 time ever?
Yeah, whatever. Ramon's in Denver now. He's looking at the game right now.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Ramon, we need to know someone's scores so you can let us know because Ralph has a really interesting parlay going on with that. And I have unfortunately played Lamar Jackson because I totally forgot about the game today and I was going to take him out and put in another quarterback, but I didn't.
I played Lamar Jackson.
Did you?
Yeah. My other quarterback is Jordan Love, though. I didn't trust him against the Eagles.
Dude, I have Tua. In almost every league. I play Tua.
Who do they play this week?
Jacksonville. It's going to be in Miami. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
Tua may not have another good game, but he will have a good game this week. Anyway. Before we get started, since we are momentarily mentioning sports, Underdog Fantasy people, if you want to play fantasy sports, if you want to play betums, in Colorado, look to see what you can play because last year it was kind of sketchy what you couldn't play an Underdog. But everywhere else in the entire universe, go to Underdog, put the Going for Two logo in or Going for Two words in, GOING 42, and you will get a matching deposit up to, I'm going to say 100, but I think it's a lot more. But I don't want to promise you things that can't be true because that's not the girl that I am. That's not the woman that I claim to be.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. One day when I can afford the boots that Taylor Swift had on today. That will be the day. Because I am telling you, those were some awesome boots. In fact, when I saw the video, I thought she was going to one of her concerts. I thought it was like a... But no, she's going to Chiefs game dressed like that. Like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like those boots. I do.
Swift.
What?
Coach Swift. Drawing up plays.
Drawing up football plays?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that? She was like, as she hangs around the team, she kind of like asks questions and learns more about the game to the point where she was like drawing up plays and they're kind of joking around like she might call a play this year.
Wouldn't it be weird if she called the play that Worthy just scored on?
That
would. The girl's smart. I mean,
that would be crazy. The real deep sleeper knowledge drafted in first round.
Damn it! All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of do like a roundtable, maybe. I don't know. This is like probably the most informal podcast you will ever watch because
I don't know. I've seen some weird ones.
I didn't say weird.
I mean, I've seen some very informal podcasts.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I guess, but you did say weird first, so I don't know.
You're right. You're right.
I think if the weirdness, we all know where that will emanate from if it starts. So,
not pointing any fingers.
And you guys, you know that I'm not like a really big Star Wars person, but this Darth Vader background allows me to go in and out, and so I'm going to keep it on because look,
that is.
No, right? Oh my God, I know, right, Jesse? Jesse saw the boots too. See, those are nice boots. I love boots. All right, I'm going to start with. I fear that I say this out loud, but I'm going to start with Shannon.
Oh,
Hi, Shannon.
I can just talk about whatever. I can just talk about whatever I want.
Whatever the freaking frack you want, Shannon. On a Thursday night,
exciting.
on the first Thursday in September,
How
2024.
exciting! First off, I'm going to apologize for my screen wobbling. Wow, I can talk about whatever I want. Okay, I'm gonna talk about. I guess something I can go on for a few minutes at least on.
Okay.
Retrospectives, and I'm talking like deep dive. Could be 5 minutes, could be 5-hour retrospectives. I listen to, watch, and read retrospectives once a day minimum, and I'm talking about like the most like like anything I just like I used to enjoy or things I just like didn't really know about. I will deep dive hard, and it's so crazy what like will hook me immediately. Like if I see the Nickelodeon like Splat logo, I'm clicking it. I'm gonna watch it for at least a few minutes. Like I wasn't really a Cartoon Network kid. Disney, like I mean I did watch that. I did watch it. Disney, sure. But Nickelodeon had its hooks in me. I mean, like that was like the only reason I wanted cable as a child. I was like, I just want to watch as much Nickelodeon as I can get into my brain. And I just got done watching a retrospective. It was only 20 minutes, 15 maybe, of Briscoe County Jr., which was a show from 1990 or 1992.
Bruce Campbell? Briscoe County?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. I'm with you now.
It was one season, 27 episodes. But I remember it very vividly, and then I just watched a video about it, and it just made me remember more about it. Like stuff like that, I go nuts for. And I realized that there is like a little bit of negativity with being so nostalgic about stuff. Like I'm not necessarily nostalgic per se. I just like learning about stuff that like I was a kid and I watched and I was like, I don't really understand this. And now as an adult, maybe I'm still confused, but I understand a little bit more, So yeah, I just love retrospectives and nostalgia. Speaking of, my buddy and I, the other day, we were talking about Clearly Canadian. Do you guys remember that like bottled water? I don't know. Either way, I found some cans of it at World Market the other day.
I love World Market.
I had to have it. I was like, you know what? Bringing these home. It tastes exactly like I remember. Same buddy, me and him went to Chili's today. I've been to Chili's in a coon's age.
Coon's age.
And let me tell you, we had a smorgasbord of food in front of us. And I asked the bartender, I said, does it look like we eat Chili's often? She goes, what do you mean? I was like, well, is this a common Chili's order? The things that we've ordered? Which I think is like maybe the dumbest thing I could have asked this like little 20-year-old bartender behind the Chili's counter. But like, I was like excited. Like, she's probably like, well, I hope this guy never comes back. And she definitely had regulars there. Like there were people like, "How's your week? How's your day?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's my birthday," and going on. And I was like, "I'm not gonna be a regular here, but this is
Happy
fun."
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And yeah, I don't know when the next time I'm going back to Chili's is, but it felt very nostalgic.
First, Ramon, yes, that is Severius, and yes, he has a Pittsburgh Steelers hat proudly on, might I add. Thank you very much. I'm going to have that on all year because that's going to be good luck for us. And Jesse wants your water, Shannon.
Yeah, go get some. And you know what? This does taste the same. I will say that. However, I should have got it in the glass bottle to really get all the feels that I needed. Like to really get all the.
I don't remember this water. I don't remember anything about this water.
I don't either.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing special. It isn't, but it's good. I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Waterloo water. Because
yeah, Waterloo is good.
I just discovered it. Sad to say.
Real quick.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna touch on the.
Take your time.
We're gonna make this not an hour podcast. I didn't peak in high school, thankfully. I don't think, but I definitely had a good run there post high school, and there were 3 places that I used to get stuff for free all the time. One was Blockbuster Video. Yes, Jesse, that's correct.
Oh my God!
Was Blockbuster. Oh, I got the thumbs up. Yep.
You did.
The manager, I just made friends with him, and like legit, I would go in on Tuesday when new movies came out. I would put the movies down on the counter. He would just slide them around the metal detector, and we just sit there and bullshit for 10 minutes. Then, Taco Bell. I got free Taco Bell all the time. I made friends with the manager. It was sick. I was like, at 18, 19, getting free Taco Bell, that's pretty stellar stuff. And then also at Chili's, I would get free cherry Coke and free queso dip every time I went in, because me and my friends, even though we're all teenagers, we tipped well, I guess. Found out. And that's why they always gave it to me free, because I would always bring these people in. Which, let me tell you, Coke with grenadine in it, like that's some good, it has like the nice bite of the soda and then the nice grenadine behind it. All right,
whenever
that's it.
An adult orders cherry Coke or orders Coke, I've never had anyone say, well, I will say, I don't have cherry Coke, I have grenadine. Would you like that?
Mm-hmm.
And they say yes. And it's always this much grenadine and that much Coke. Because why? What is wrong with you that you want that much syrup in your Coke? First of all, Coke is going to chew through your insides in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so is everything else.
Not my Waterloo water. Hello.
Are you kidding? How much plastic do you think you have in your body right now? This much or this much?
I think it is offset by the amount of dog hair that I swallowed while my dog sleep with me. So I
you ever
think
see
it's
about that court case where like someone tried to sue Coke saying there's a dead mouse in the can, and they got out of the court case by saying it's impossible because by the time they got the can, the mouse would have been dissolved already.
Oh yeah. My God, that's so disgusting.
That's accurate.
Yeah, it could unclog your drains too if you pour it down there.
Oh really? Because I need that. I forgot to get.
Yeah, but that would be. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can do that stuff.
I did not know
that.
Do
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good for you. We all know this.
Yeah.
I don't
do. Not everything I do is good for me.
I would like to see the ratio of that because I'm pretty sure that most of the things you do are good for you. But
I think I do a healthy amount of everything. Everything in moderation, to include moderation. You know.
Okay.
Moderation. Fair enough.
Moderate your moderation. Don't let it go too far.
Okay, Ramon, if you think, I don't care how bad the Steelers are, if you think the Broncos are going to beat us, you are so delusional that I can't even take it right now.
Rookie of the Year, Bo Nix.
Ever heard of him?
Future Super Bowl champ, Bo Nix. Beaufort Nixon.
Bo Nix. Is it me or the Bo Nix? What's the guy that likes moms?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson and Drake May, all the same person? Are they all the same person? They all look exactly alike.
Wait, Zach Wilson is into moms?
Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah. He banged one of his mom's friends.
I mean, we all are. We all love our mothers.
Yeah, I think he loves other people's mothers. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, real mother.
Or his mom's friends is what it was.
His mom's friends.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Honestly, that's pretty sick if you ask me. I love that. Dude,
where's the depravity of that?
Any athlete who's like a star athlete, and you're getting married before 30, 35, 40, 45? No,
You're letting those good
that's a
years go at
mistake.
least. See, that's
Well, just imagine how many people you can make happy.
It's like playing blackjack and like calling out like 11, basically.
Yeah.
Well, what did Mike McDonald say about Tyreek? Because apparently Tyreek Hill has like an enormous amount of children by like an enormous amount of different women.
I don't want to make mothers, but making love to mothers?
Yeah,
Not bad.
I saw something today that said, I'm a bartender because I like to work. If I wanted to do things fast, I'd call your mom. Dude, I spend way too much time on Instagram. This is the problem.
Me too.
Instagram, my algorithm on Instagram is so sweet that I cannot get off of it. Like, if it's not Rockstar and some other new guy doing dog voices, it's now this guy named Peter Fleck, who he's like, I send them all to Terry, my sister. He's like, so you want to quit your six-figure job to go start a bakery in a small town in Vermont? That doesn't seem like the odds are for you. And he just goes through all the Hallmark plots. And he's like,
breaking them down.
Oh my God. And today he was doing, so you let him in and he told you his name was James Bond? What? I think you should be fired.
Dude is the worst spy. He's always telling his name. People know what his name is. And every movie
and they still let him in. They still.
No, he's a spy. They don't know who James Bond is.
Oh, wait. You're not 007 James Bond. You're the other James Bond. You're not the 007 one. Okay.
James Bond Cadillac.
Ralphie, what do you got for us?
I guess to piggyback of what he was saying about the deep dive thing, because I also do like a lot of that. Where I was kind of like, even if I don't have like a deep interest in it, it's just like a passing interest. Like Coke basically designed the modern image of Santa Claus, right? So like I was kind of wondering about Coke, and I was like, what the hell is Sprite? And like
wait,
when
what?
you try to do the making another soda, like a Sprite is an elf, and Santa Claus elf.
Time out. Coke designed the modern image of Santa Claus?
Yeah, the red suit, the big bushy beard, and all that. Yeah, Coca-Cola invented that.
So you're saying there's no Santa Claus? Is that what you're telling me?
I was saying the way we imagine Santa Claus in our head now.
Okay.
Like the image.
If I can relate it to something else, it's like, you know how like there's Jesus, but he's white all the time?
Yeah.
He didn't really look like that.
Okay.
Jesus wasn't white.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So then I don't know. So I was reading more of that, and like how Sprite was like when they built the Santa image, a Sprite was like an elf, so like his elf sidekick, and I was like, what they made the soda for. And that's why that's called Sprite and shit. And like I don't know, man, it's just interesting because once you learn things, you notice there's like a lot of connecting patterns with a lot of other things. And then I kind of like thought about it and like it's like there's like what is it, intelligence and like knowledge. I think like intelligence is basically like everything has a pattern to it, and being able to identify those patterns pretty quickly and remember them is like how you define intelligence, Because like it's not just like memorizing a bunch of formulas. Anybody can do that, but like if you can, someone who can notice the patterns in things and then kind of like internalize them quick, because that's basically what learning is. You know what I mean? So I think like I was when I going off that fucking soda thing, like thinking that's when I kind of like it dawned on me. I was like, oh shit, that's what like intelligence is, when you can like notice patterns. Because like I said, everything has a pattern,
Okay, so under that theory, there is a certain section of our world. No, it's not the world of our country that would not be intelligent under that definition.
Yeah. I think most people.
I was trying to say it as apolitical as possible.
Yeah. I got it.
Okay.
So more often than not, people would rather latch onto one thing and just that be it. and that's okay by them. I don't want to say that there's some people who can't recognize patterns. It's just that they have this one thing they're really staunchly about. And that's
And
good enough for
sometimes
them.
people just don't know any better. Like, for example, like if you live in rural fucking Arkansas and like the only thing you know about like Muslim people is, 9/11, you're gonna be afraid of Muslims because you just don't know any. You know what I mean? Like sometimes being ignorant is not necessarily like a bad thing, but it's being like it's choosing to stay ignorant that's the bad thing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
Okay,
you might
I
think
can-
you gotta know
Mhm.
something.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So, but like your unwillingness to like adapt to it, that's like where it gets problematic. Because some people might not like if I don't know, the certain socialists might not grasp it fully because they've never experienced it. But like if you still dig in your worldview, then okay, now you're just being a dick,
Okay, if this applies to football,
Mhm.
if you apply this to the NFL,
Mhm.
so
For example, like Josh Allen, I think that dude is like dumb, like just genuinely dumb. Like I don't think he can read a defense. I don't even think he has anything. I think he over relies on his like ability to run through people and throw like 70 yards. But like
wait,
he
are we
can't
talking
throw to
Josh
the
Allen, the
receiver,
quarterback, or Josh Allen, the defensive guy?
Oh, the quarterback.
Okay, all right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that dude's like a lunkhead. You know what I mean? And that's kind of thing. But then you have someone like late era Peyton Manning, where the computer's still sharp, but the arm's a noodle. Like he can at least guide the defense to a championship.
Well, I
You
heard.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Because that's
mean,
what's wrong with like Daniel
Mhm.
Jones. I mean, he's just kind of like just dumb. He's there's like certain things you just can't learn or like he doesn't understand about like football.
okay. First of all,
This is the thing that actually makes me want to watch more football this season. It's just so I can analyze. Is this guy an idiot? Do we
Yeah,
think is
kind of.
this
I
guy
mean,
dumb?
some people just are, man. Like I think Lamar Jackson's smart. Like, yeah, I mean, his one weakness every year he improves on his passing. You know what I mean? Now they have receivers, so like someone like that I think is better. Or even like who's another one that's pretty smart, like Stroud or something like that, or fucking I hate to say it, but like Aaron Rodgers, like he knows football. He doesn't know anything else, but he knows football.
I think. Okay, on that, like I think.
I'm
who's-
dead.
I'm dead. I think there are people that are too smart to play football. Like I think Richard Sherman was too smart to play football. Do you know what I mean?
Now like Arthur Smith too smart.
No, I will never agree with that. Ever. Arthur Smith.
No, giving Bijan Robinson the ball is too obvious, guys. Come on, we got to go with Johnny Smith.
Right. You know what I mean? So they outthink themselves. Although I think Arthur Smith is just a dick, and he was just a condescending asshole. That he now, fortunately, plays is on the Steelers. Thank you, Mike Tomlin, for making my whole football season a living hell. I still love you. It's okay, but I think that there are players like Ndamukong Suh. I think was too smart for football. Like I think he was probably an asshole too because he wasn't really nice. But I think he was too smart for football, and I think that those guys these are the guys that are retiring when they're before they become like vegetables. Peyton Manning. I'm not sure if he had how much like intellectual sense, but he was too smart for football. Like I think he saw things on the field, and I think he still does that no one else sees, or the majority of people don't see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think too the people with that description, like Richard Sherman, like that, they're also the kind of people who like because they maybe they're more a little bit smarter than what they than like what requires for that. They have a lot more interest in football. You know what I mean? Like for example, Andrew Luck's reading fucking books on cement and shit. Things like that. But like someone like Brady who knows a lot about football, he only cares about football. You know what I mean? He's not like some intellect who's going to go down like
Are you talking about Tom Brady?
About electric cars or something like that.
Yeah, football and plastic surgery. I maintain that face is not the face God gave him.
Come on, he looks like a cartoon character.
He's not the face he was born with. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
And I can't wait.
You know what I mean?
What?
It's too sculpted. You know what I mean? It's too symmetrical.
And that he's taking what's his face's place on Fox as the #1 newscaster makes me just want to hate Fox even more.
Who? Yeah.
The tight end from Carolina. Greg
Olsen.
Yeah, Greg Olsen was a great commentator. He was a great analyst. And
didn't they fire RG3 for fucking Jason Kelsey also? We're like, because they fired him from college.
Jason Kelsey can talk.
He can talk. I
Yeah.
love Jason Kelsey. RG3 I have is problematic for me, but they fired RG3 for Jason Kelsey.
I'm pretty sure that's what I read. Or is that it was like budget cuts, one of the two. But I think they're gonna, after they fire him, then hire Kelsey.
RG3 that much money. I
know,
just
yeah, exactly, right?
yeah. I mean,
Paid him
I
under the
can't.
table.
He's not getting Steve Smith money. You know that for
Oh,
sure.
gotcha.
So I can't. But I can't wait to hear Jason Kelsey. I might have to get like Sling or something so I can stream ABC or ESPN or whatever he's going to be on. Because I think Jason Kelsey is one of those people who are smart, like just smart, like across the spectrum smart.
Some dude on like the Olympic road team for America, like I guess he's a big Eagles fan, and he's like before he like went out to the Olympics, he like rewatched the Jason Kelsey speech to get himself hyped, and then they won the first gold in like decades, basically, like 32 years.
Yeah, some things will get you running right through a wall.
Oh yeah.
And I think Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey got the smarts. Travis got the pseudo looks. Like Travis looks depend on what like if he has a beard and mustache.
Well, at this point, it doesn't matter. If his guy is Taylor Swift, he could look like a blob. It doesn't matter, yeah. He just cashed out here.
Oh my God! How is he going to cash out? He would have to marry her and knock her up first.
True.
He's going to cash out because he's just dating her.
True. Yeah. Right. Good point.
That ain't gonna work,
Prenups
buddy.
exist too.
Oh yeah, yeah. That girl's she's smart.
What do you got, GL?
I have. So, I was gonna go on a rant because I hate Xfinity so much, but then I decided I'm not gonna do that.
They do suck.
Thank you.
Comcast in general sucks.
Thank you. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go and talk about all the wonderful things on Instagram that I saw this week.
Real quick, Xfinity's my Wi-Fi. Just so you know.
Okay, don't fuck his Wi-Fi.
All those errors earlier.
It's really weird. Like Xfinity, I use T-Mobile's 5G, which is actually really good because it hits like the weak spots that Xfinity couldn't get in my apartment, which is not that big.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on my phone, so if my iPhone goes out, everything goes out. Like I don't have Wi-Fi because. And then if I go on the computer, it's always like, well, you have to hook up the Wi-Fi in order to get your phone back on. How the fuck am I supposed to do that if the Wi-Fi's on my computer, Apple?
Yeah.
So I had to get Xfinity Pass or something that's good for like every 10 days or something. And now it tries to like eat into my 5G. So just heads up, I might lose power because I'm not sure what this is on. I think it's on my 5G, but it's not. It's on Xfinity. Oops.
Are you sure you don't want to go on that rant?
Yeah, I'm sure. Me and the Xfinity guy had a long talk. We had a long talk. I'm totally against them charging $75 for disconnect fee when I've been like a customer for like 30,000 years.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And he agreed with me, but then he goes, oh, we're still charging you.
But we can't do anything about it.
I was like, good day, sir. I said good day.
This $1 billion company, sorry.
Sorry, your $70. We need that.
Yeah,
we need
that's how we stay $1 billion company,
And they outsource. Everyone is in like Thailand. I'm talking to, and I'm pretty sure I'm talking to the same person every time. Every time. I'm sure it's the same person.
Well, that's good. At least there's some consistency.
No, they don't say they're the same person. I just know they're the same person. They give me a different name every time, but I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
Yeah.
You have to look this up. Do you have to look it up? Because I'm pretty sure I just talked to you 20 minutes ago. No, ma'am. We have to look it up. Okay. I'll be right here talking to my dogs while you look it up. So anything I say that's disparaging, I'm probably talking to the dogs, not about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always call my dog a bitch and a cunt, but it's okay. It's not.
How much I hate Xfinity. Xfinity's name.
I know. You can't even watch the Nuggets game. See, Jesse Patterson and I are on the same wavelength today. Taylor Swift's boots, Xfinity. We're right there together. Yes. Okay.
Look, I'm not happy about bad internet stuff. I'm on your side too.
I'm just not going to say it out loud just in case they're listening.
We have a thing that if our internet goes out, it's like a backup thing, so it stays on for like a little while longer.
with that company?
I don't know him. I know that's not helpful. It's either Xfinity or Comcast. I'm not sure.
They're
Or
the
both.
same.
Whatever they're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the. Yeah, it's one of them. But like, if like the power goes out, our internet stays up for like so long afterwards.
Oh shit.
Shit.
It's pretty bitching.
That
Yeah.
is really bitching.
I'm fingers crossed our power never goes out though.
That's awesome. If my power goes out, I came home one day and like because of the apartment, so if the doors to the elevators are shut, you know the power's gone off because that's the first thing automatically happens. So you can't take the stairs and you have to take, or so you
Yeah.
can't take the elevators, you have to take the stairs. So I came home and I saw the two guys that are the maintenance guys, and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" I come in. They don't say anything to me. The door shut. Come in. The TV, not the TV. The music is on for the dogs. Music is off. Go to the refrigerator. The refrigerator's off. I called them and I'm like, so
What's
it was
up?
a Friday. Yeah, what's up? I don't have power in half my apartment. And she goes, well, is that an emergency? Like,
I mean, kind of.
I know.
I got food in my fridge.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm kind of on my way to I'd like to eat before I go to the football draft, and I'm on my way too. So yeah, it's kind of an emergency to me. And she's like, okay, well, I'll let them know. And then on my phone, I get this, your power's out. No shit. Thank you very much, sir. We will text you when your power comes back on in an undetermined amount of time. Enjoy. Like, fuck. Right. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not, and yeah, whatever. That's a whole nother company that I'm not really happy with. So, why do all the bad companies start with X? It's so that you can't find them. Like, you get tired of looking for their names if you have to do it alphabetically. By the time you get to X, you're like, you forget why you're looking for them. Are you trying to like? I have a feeling that you don't agree with me, but it's okay. You don't have to.
No, I do.
It's all right.
I'm on your side.
Anyway,
I also don't like when the power goes out.
What a bold statement. So controversial.
So,
listen, if I can't watch my iPad, if I can't watch YouTube, my day's done for. Might as well not even get out of bed.
What are the top 3 things you watch on YouTube? That you can tell us.
I watch retrospectives. Watch a ton of those. I mean music videos, but let's not count that.
Okay.
I watch about a bunch of motorcycle stuff, and then a bunch of hair stuff.
Motorcycle racing, or just motorcycle? What kind of motorcycle stuff?
Just anything.
Like Harley Davidsons, choppers. Not anything. I specifically watch like choppers, Harley Davidson.
Were you a big Sons of Anarchy fan?
Yeah, I guess I would be a big one. I watched every episode.
Katie Seagal.
That's right.
Yeah, I just like that. I like that world of stuff.
Did you see The Vandals?
The Bike Riders movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
It was slower than I think people probably thought it was going to be. I'm a Austin Butler fan. I really am. I was watching something about him earlier today, in fact.
Really?
Yeah, I'm an Austin Butler fan for sure.
Why?
Well, I was like watching like a style thing about him, and I do this like I kind of do the same thing. Like I have like capsule pieces, so like I'm basically wearing the same things over and over again, but they're just in different forms, you know?
Right.
And because I have like a uniform, that I add pieces to occasionally, but yeah, I just like, and he does that same thing. Like he has like staples that he wears. I thought, what a smart guy.
I mean, he was really good in Elvis. That's the only thing I've ever seen him in. That's the first I heard of him.
He was in
what?
This fantasy show on MTV called something Shinoa or something like that. It wasn't great, but I liked another actor in there. And then my wife is a big fan because he dated somebody she liked.
Who?
We watched Elvis because we're from Memphis. My middle name is Elvis. So.
Wait, who did he date that she liked?
Cindy
Crawford's daughter? No, who did he date before that?
I think he's It's the pop star girl, right? Or the actor from Disney.
Gomez. Yeah.
Someone.
Selena Gomez, is that her name?
I don't think he dated her. I think he dated I don't know. They dated the girl from High School Musical.
I thought that was a girl from High School Musical.
No, that's what's her name, Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
that's it. Look at you. High School Musical. Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was watching motorcycle stuff. His thing popped up. I watched that. Yeah, I'm a fan. I like him, and like his voice, like him changing his voice to sound more like Elvis. I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought he did a great job
Yeah.
in the movie. The movie was very depressing.
Yeah.
I would never watch it again, but I thought he did a great job in it. I hate depressing
Elvis
movies.
or Bike Riders?
Elvis. Tom Hardy. I
Mm.
didn't even notice Austin Butler was in Bike Riders. Tom Hardy's in Bike Riders. It's like
Well, I think Austin Butler said 5 words in the movie.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Tom Hardy's just
The
it's
Elvis
Tom
story-
Hardy. Come on now.
Yeah. The Elvis story is kind of crazy. Like the whole
Yeah,
bit
it's
is-
depressing.
is pretty
It's
insane.
very depressing. If that is factually accurate, it's a very depressing story. And I feel very
I mean, I
bad
think
for
some
Elvis.
of it is for sure.
Well,
The only thing it's so funny because like I do like Elvis, but I can't hear him and not think you never wrote an original song. Like you never did your own songs.
Yeah, that was kind of a thing back
That's what I
then.
think.
I mean, 'cause a lot of those big band people didn't write songs either. They all kind of like rotated the same handful of songs. Yeah, I mean, they were
Mhm.
kind of like standards, basically. Like where someone would write them, then they would just kind of like interpret them.
Which
basically.
now we're seeing the
return to that.
other side of that where it's like people aren't writing hooks or anything that's like melodies themselves. They're just like interpolating melodies all the time now.
Yeah,
So,
because
like,
nowadays
everything
a lot of
sounds
the
like old
producers
things that we
love-
liked. Mm-hmm.
The producer like writes all the.
I will
music.
say
that-
there are certain music writers that I absolutely love, and I can tell when they write songs because I'm like, this sounds like something she would write, and then I like that song
Mhm.
because I like them.
Yeah, you two are music guys. I just like I listen to music, I like it or I don't. I'm not. It's like
It's 0-1.
yeah, I don't. It's like talking to people where I work at Alamo and Barfly when they come in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're watching this because this director did this, and he did this from on his iPhone, and he did this, and he's a," and I'm like, the fuck. I just either like the story or I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I don't know this director, the guy that did Pretty Things. Apparently, he's like, and I'm like. I didn't even like the movie. I know it was supposed to be great, but there's like way too much sex in there. She was like way too much sex in there for me. Surprisingly. Surprisingly. How's Casey up by another field goal?
2 field goals, yeah.
Fuck! By Butker?
Yeah, the piece of shit.
Dude, in every fantasy draft I had, no one would choose him. In every draft I had,
who's gonna pick Butker here?
It was so funny because it's like a draft. It's a fantasy draft. You're not drafting his opinions. You're drafting because he's going to score points. No one would pick him, especially in the fantasy drafts I had that there were females other than me there.
Oh
And
yeah.
the guys would be like, "Who's going to be the first to pick Butker?" I didn't pick him, of course, because I have morals. But I was like, dude, if you want to pick Butker, pick Butker. I don't fucking care. It's a draft. You're not picking his philosophy. You're picking him because he's going to score you fantasy points.
Word.
Yeah, but
It feels dirty to root for him, though. You just keep hoping he misses.
like imagine you win your season on the leg of that guy.
Yeah, right.
I mean, depending on how much
Imagine
money-
just being a guy and being like, you know what women should stop doing? Learning. They should just like we should just not have that. It's like so great. It's like so funny to me because like the same people who like, and to touch on what you said earlier is like, who like don't know anything about Muslims. It's like, well, Muslim countries, they're like, women drivers, women learning. I'm not so sure about that. Like you're cutting overhead out of like being smart and like advancing your society. And Butker's like, you know what? I'm not big on Muslims, but you know what I'm less big on? Women learning.
Well,
Maybe we're not so different after all, guys.
They need to learn how to make a new casserole is what they need to learn. Look at hey, dude.
Yeah. And did you, Jason Kelsey, when he was on with Travis, and they were kind of talking about it, and Jason Kelsey was like, he tried to avoid like the whole subject, and then he goes, "Yeah, but I did tell her to get in the kitchen and start fucking making me a sandwich." And Travis just goes, "She's gonna kill you for that." And he goes, "I know."
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how anyone took it seriously. It was so stupid. It was so inane, and he's a fucking kicker. I don't know how anyone.
I think that's the only reason that he might still be around is because he's a kicker and they're already maligned enough, you know? It's just like, yeah, just you sit at the end of the bench anyway, bruh. Win us the game if you can. If you don't, we're just gonna treat you the same as we always do. So like,
that's kind of what Mahomes said. He's like, yeah, I don't interact with him. I don't talk to him. I've never, you know, he's not like someone that we're buddies with. And I have a feeling that most kickers, with the exception of the guy that
the long snapper and the holder, yeah.
Exactly. They're like, oh, you get paid to what? To run out, kick a ball, come back in. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you can win or lose us this game. However, you lose us enough games this season. And somebody's gonna be looking for a job quick.
I don't like when people say absolutely inane things, and I think that's one of my coping mechanisms. I don't know how people take it seriously. Like anything Trump says, how do you take it seriously? It's like he's got to be joking, right? Or in his mind, it's got to be a joke, and he's like.
I had somebody maybe about a month ago or whatever, right on my tip. He said, "Trump said he's not taxing tips. Vote Trump." And I was just like, okay, man. You're wearing sunglasses in a bar. Like, this isn't a club. There's no, like, flashing lights. And I'm a big sunglasses and a flashing lights person. Like, if I'm at a club, I'm at a show, and there are flashing beams of lights coming at me, yeah, I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm okay with myself. This guy's in a bar, faced away from the bar, wearing sunglasses and telling me to vote for Trump because of tips. I'm like, we're believing these people. We're believing them. That's what we're doing.
Did he tip you or did he write that?
He tipped me too.
Oh, okay. I thought he wrote that instead of
as a tip.
Like really, like you know what I mean? The irony.
That would have been a horse of a different color. I've been like, hey, security. Because here's the thing about my security guys. Bless up to those dudes, those homies. Those guys, you just point at someone, you're like, hey. And it's usually always a dude, and you're like, that dude gotta go. It's out. They don't even ask any questions. They just walk over there like, hey, can you go outside? We'd love to see you out there. We'd love to have you outside of the bar. No questions asked. Even at the end of the night, they won't even be like, hey, what'd that person do? They're just like, good night. You have a good night? Like, yeah.
That's a security guy. That is someone who you know has your back no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. One night there was a guy who was so handsome. I told him he could have the bar that I was leaving. There's a security guy over his shoulder. I said, hey, this guy fucks. We got to get him out of here. And he's like, okay. I was like, I'm kidding. He can stay. This guy, the handsome guy can stay.
Handsome guy can stay.
And I will stay too. I'm not getting cut, but I could leave and this guy could just have the whole bar to himself. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and Cheeto Jesus the vote. Is that a nickname for Trump?
Could be.
It is.
Cheeto Jesus? How the fuck did Jesus get in there?
Because they praise him like Jesus.
Remember, he's white. Jesus is white. Remember that?
But Trump is orange. Cheeto. Cheeto.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah, I'm a very unserious person. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I'm maybe too unserious. Like I might be too unserious. I'm really ruminating on this. I'm gonna take some time to think about it.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm making any life changes, but I might just I'm really too unserious.
I was gonna pause for 5 minutes and think though.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna think about it for quite a while. I'm gonna do some real processing on this. I might be too unserious, which I don't know how it's affecting my life, negative or positive. But there's some people I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna never take you seriously. Like,
Right. I mean, I don't think that's a problem.
and
I
that's
think that
okay.
there are
I think it's
people
okay.
that you can't take seriously because they are just inane and they kind
And
of
and I hope no one takes me seriously. I don't mean a word I say. I
mm,
think.
mm,
I don't know.
mm, mm, mm.
It is
um
funny. There's a guy I work with, and I will make jokes, and I'm gonna say this. This is what he said to me, so let it just be said that that's what I'm putting out there. He has been diagnosed as on the spectrum by a doctor when he was a child. So sometimes I will say things, and I sometimes have a poker face and don't,
I hear
intimate that I'm joking, and sometimes I will say things, and he's just like really taken aback and like, I can't believe that was just said to me. Oh no, what do I do? And then I have to remember, like, oh yeah, I've got to let this guy know I'm kidding. So, but I'm always
um
joking. That's the thing. That's what's tough. I'm always joking.
I yeah. Okay. Um
I'm an unserious person.
I don't I think I don't know if I'm a serious person or not. I know that I have the older I get, the less my filter is. Like
I'm
fuck
going
it.
the opposite way of you. I'm going way more filtered.
Yeah, I'm going next. It's like
It might not seem like it, but I am.
holy shit.
more.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's you. This is you filtered.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I just think about what I'm going to say before I say it, but it's nothing of consequence. Just
I'm sorry. I have to ruminate on that because yikes. All right. Wait for the last 7 minutes. We have to talk about this game. All right. Have you been watching it, Ralph?
I've been getting like updates.
And oh my God, did he just go black? Yeah.
Like
I
don't
mean,
know shit about.
no, he's been
No,
black.
very defensive.
it's a very defensive game.
What?
Do you know that? Like, I think in
Yeah.
the last 3 or 4 years, in the first week, 90% or 87% of the games have gone under the totals. Like, it's just the totals.
Yeah, I think
are
that's
too
every
high.
year, right?
That's what I just said.
I know, but isn't that every year? It's just because they're all warming up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just said that.
Is it? Yeah, it's every year. That's just how it is. I thought that was like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Is it on Amazon?
I don't know what it's on. Because Thursday night's supposed to be on
On-
Prime, and it's not on Prime.
Blank.
Okay, it's not on Prime.
No, it's not on Prime. But next Thursday it'll be on Prime. Oh, what time are we doing next Thursday show?
Not at 5 o'clock.
7? Are we doing all the shows at 7? I'm okay with that.
No, we don't have to. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're doing it well, I can't do it at 5, but we could do it at some point. 6:30,
6:30?
6,
All right.
15.
I like 6:30. I like the 3 in it. Let's do 6:30.
Great, let's do it. 6:30.
So this game, NBC, it's on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
Ramon's keeping us up abreast of the game. Thank you, Ramon. Abreast of the game. So any thoughts about any game this week?
I'll go first because I can go quick.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, I say that Texas versus Michigan. Is Archie
wait.
Manning the quarterback yet?
No.
Do I care about this?
Yeah, you do.
I
You
do
like the
care about Texas now.
Yeah, because you like the Mannings.
Okay, great. I care about Texas. I'm so excited for this game. I'm probably not going to watch it, but I will go back and watch the highlights. Archie Manning's playing football. I can watch football again.
I don't think he's the starting quarterback yet.
Who is it?
Oh, is it still that other guy?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I don't care.
I don't think. Yeah, I was reading something where he has not taken over the starting job yet.
Okay. I'll look into it a little bit. Last
We know
week,
why he went to Texas. Isn't that weird?
money,
There was
right?
the whole thing. Yeah,
Oh.
remember like
Money
all
and
the
girls, right?
Money and girls. I think.
Yeah. Did you hear the tour they gave him? They gave him this
No.
like incredible tour, and obviously they have like the smoke shows of smoke shows
Right.
giving him the tour, right? And the thing that I love about that is that they're not just like picking hot girls and be like, "Hey, we need you to bullet point this for Arch Manning on the tour." They're picking girls who are like involved, like they like love football and
Right.
their smoke shows, right?
And they're from Texas, so they have that
Well,
southern drawl going on. Big
I mean, he's
hair.
from the South too, but
Yeah, but I think
I
there's
don't care. I
something
mean,
about.
I wish he'd gone to Tennessee. Like if I'm like, wishful thing, like it'd have been sick had he gone to Tennessee. That would have been nice for me. As a former Tennessee Volunteer fan, I just kind of keep up a little bit. They won the college baseball World Series. Sick.
Yeah.
But I get it, man. Go somewhere else that your family hasn't gone before. And then now Texas is in the SEC, so sick. My one takeaway from last weekend was I saw there's that Miami beat Florida, and then the Miami players were talking to their Florida recruit kids and telling them not to go to UF. Hilarious. Imagine you're 19 or 18 or 17, and this 19-year-old tells you not to go to this school. How funny of a situation.
And they
I
beat
would
you.
just be like, yeah, and
Okay.
they beat you. Well, I mean, I guess I'd be like, no, I'm just going to come here next year and then kick your ass is what I would think. You're probably thinking. I'm on. I know that you hate this, but let's go, Travis. Let's go, Taylor. Let's go to the moon. Fucking, I want them to last forever and always.
Oh,
It's
like
just,
I didn't know who you were talking about there for a second. Okay. I
it's
don't
just
hate
good.
it. I don't hate it.
It's good.
I mean,
It's good.
but
I like it.
okay. I'm
I
just
love
going to
love.
say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say now. I know that people change, but if you look at Travis Kelce's his dating history up until Taylor Swift,
Mm-hmm.
none of them resembled Taylor Swift in any way
Yeah.
whatsoever. So I'm supposed to believe that Taylor Swift has this, besides being a remarkable person that she is. I don't think I don't like Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I think that she's strong. I think that but I also know that she is the antithesis of everything that Travis Kelce dated up until then.
I get where you're coming from. However,
And
you
I know
can like
people
more than
change.
one thing.
Yes,
You
yes,
can like
yes.
more than one thing.
You can definitely like more than one thing. I totally agree with that. And if his dating history had suggested that he liked more than one thing, I would totally be behind that. But there's nothing in his dating history that suggested that he liked more than one thing up until Taylor Swift. So maybe, I don't know, he had a late epiphany. I'm going to give him that.
Well, she does have that thing where, what's wrong with your spine when it's like curved?
Spinal or something like that.
Cerebral palsy. No, what's that? Oh fuck, man.
Whatever. She has that. She has terrible posture. So maybe he's into that.
Scoliosis.
Yes, that's it.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
No, that's sick. But okay. And not sick in the good sense. Sick in the bad sense. So I don't hate. I hope that it is true love and that they have many millions of years of happiness together. I just have to be on the slight side of what the fuck. But having said that, Rex Chapman did the same thing. So hey, whatever.
I think for the lore and the storyline, I want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl again.
What?
Seeing a three-peat. Yeah, seeing a three-peat, sick.
Never.
Ever.
Sick.
Unless it's my
No.
team one day.
No, I don't. I don't want that ever. I don't want the Chiefs to make it out of their division this year.
Who would be?
I mean, if I'm choosing, obviously, let's go Bronx.
Chicken Chargers.
Let's go Titans. But
Jacob Wolverines.
Steelers. What?
I can't stand the Steelers. I'm just gonna I just cannot. Best thing to come out of the Steelers was Rooney and Kate Mara.
That's
Kate
funny.
Mara's Giants, isn't she?
They're the same family. The Rooney Maras. They're like the same. They're like cousins.
Yeah, not the same family though.
Yeah, they are the same family.
No, it's not the same family.
Yeah, they are. They both come from like Ireland or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like
The Rooney
not
Maras.
the
They're
same
the same
family. It's not the same family.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not, Ralph.
They're like
They're not
They're related.
the same family.
Believe women, Ralph. Jesus.
Like I know they're not like direct like blood like that, but they're like cousins basically. You know what I mean?
And well, in that sense, we're all related, Ralph. Somehow.
We are. We are.
Wait, no more
I've taken
these guys are related.
I've taken enough drugs to let me know that.
All right, Ralph. What your anything about games or
Honestly, the one I'm kind of weirdly interested in is Niners Jets. Because Niners,
see if Aaron Rodgers can make it past one snap.
What? Yeah, and also like I know, man, they're both two like the noisier teams in the offseason, and then like you got crazy Aaron Rodgers, and then you have like Brock Purdy, who like some people still have questions about and stuff. It's gonna be interesting to see like how those two kind of play off,
There, well, I mean, what Trent Williams signed, so that's helpful. But
the other thing too, Trent Williams is 36 years old, man. People act like he's like just like 30 or something like that. Like his clip's gonna come soon, man.
Yeah, but
that's why
you
he
saw
wanted
like the game where the last preseason game where the Niners played the Raiders, and they were playing the Raiders' second team, and they had Brock Purdy running for his life. Like that O-line, San Francisco's O-line sucked, or they were just like, "Hey, it's Brock Purdy. He's Mr. Irrelevant. Go for it. Have at it. Take him if you have to. We don't want to get hurt over this." And it was their second. It wasn't even Max Crosby and Wilkins. It was like their second string. Max Crosby is on the sideline. And if I cannot mention Max Crosby every show, I'm going to be sad because
I'll put that in my notes. Make sure Max Crosby gets brought up.
Every show, something about that gives me a visual when I say his name. That's all I care.
I bet there's a tattoo tour of his body on YouTube if you want to look up something. Probably does like a little tattoo tour, like showing you like which tattoo means what, all that business. Just a thought for you before you go to bed.
Yeah.
I love that we said we.
I like it that you don't think I've seen it already. Is what makes me happy.
I didn't want to say. I'm just letting you know that it probably exists.
Oh, good Lord.
I love that we said we weren't going to do an hour, and then we did an hour.
Oh, shit.
I knew we could do it.
All right. My whole take is that Debo Swinney needs to be fired like yesterday. Like he's an idiot. He's an idiot, and he needs to be fired. And I think somebody should make that happen, or Clemson is never ever going to be relevant ever again in college football. Which I don't really care because I'm not a Clemson fan, but have a coach say, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to take anyone from the portal because these players are getting way too much money and they're getting way too much uppity or whatever." I think you should. That's
a weird philosophy, really.
Which is crazy to think that like you live in a world where change is so constant, and then something changes, and you're like, you know what?
I can't.
No.
He famously said that if players before the NILs, that if players got paid, he would no longer coach. Liar, because he's still coaching. So right there, this is not a man who's a man of his word. And then they were talking about because they got their asses kicked last week, and he has no player from a portal. He would not accept a transfer from the portal, and they were like, "Hey, are you going to?" And he's like, "No, this is like ridiculous. They shouldn't be allowed to do this." Okay, Debo, we'll see how long you stay there, buddy.
My mom, so her job is like she's a tax professional. She's like tax and stuff. When she used to work in New York, she was like reading up on like marijuana laws in other states because that's before it was legal in New York. And one of her bosses was like, "Why are you reading on that drug stuff?" And she was like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like, how are you not ahead of the curve on this?" And that's what that story reminds me of. It's like, dude, like, how can you not like see what's going on? Do you want to succeed, or do you want to like stand in your principle and ruin these people's like careers? Because you're gonna be at that point.
Change, people.
You can't.
Got to be like the water.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee. Got to be like the water. Oh, look! I pulled a Bruce Lee reference out of nowhere. And now I'm gonna go watch Max Crosby instead of doing an article that I should be doing. Thank you, Shannon. I'm gonna be up like 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning
Hey.
All right.
When else are you supposed to do it?
It's due tomorrow at noon. And
Yeah, when else are you supposed to do it?
Well, I started
All
it
right.
today, and then I gave up on it because I started watching Instagram, and dogs were talking, and Peter was talking about James. Oh, and he was talking about sports movies too. Like he was like, "Oh, you said there's scouts here, and you're a 5'9" white guy." Yeah. Okay. And you want me to? Are these guys on steroids? We're playing against those guys, and we're supposed to win. Yeah. You're putting a 45 pitcher in, and we're in the World Series. Okay, yeah, that's gonna work out for us. It was just great. He's Peter Fleck, I think his name is, or Fleck. He's great. You gotta listen to him. All right, everyone. Appreciate you hanging in there with us, Ramon. I love ya. Stay safe. Ralphie, do you still work across the street from Ramon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, Ramon. And Jess Patterson, you know I love you so very much. So very much. Everyone, go check out Taylor Swift's boots because they are glorious. They are the most glorious things I've seen today, almost, except for the dogs talking. They came in a close second. Close second. Shannon, everyone, you can find Shannon on Instagram at, is that the one they can find you on, or is that your private one?
That's the one they can find me on.
On Americana_Allen Instagram. It's a great Instagram feed. You should do it. Ralphie, OtherRobots.
One day I'll remember to put a handle instead of my name.
Yeah, one day. Ralphie's band, OtherRobots, he started an Instagram page for him. So even though there's nothing on it, please go join the Instagram page. Is it OtherRobots? Is that what it's called? The Instagram page?
I think OtherRobots music or something like that. Something along those lines.
You set up the page.
I said it and forget it like a liar.
Join Ralphie's Instagram page,
friends.
OtherRobots. I will have an article dropping on Gridiron. Hopefully, depends on how I get through these Max Cosby tattoos tonight in the next couple of hours. So on Sleepers, and then an article dropping on Going for Two on Last Call. Starts your premium player, your well player, and your mat player for this week. We will see you next week at
6:30.
6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, people. Mountain Time. The only time that matters. We're talking Mountain Time, not East Coast. I'd like someone on Twitter is like, hey, you guys are supposed to be on. I'm like, Mountain Time. It's Mountain Time, not East Coast time. We're on the mountains. And we appreciate all of you for listening. And thank you for joining us. We will see you next Thursday. Go Steelers.
Why not?
Go Sports.
Oh, why did he get a... Ralphie got a...